Hello and welcome to Judgment Week in European football, especially in Spain, where it will go down the wire as far as the league is concerned. And also, it's looking like in Italy, it's not done and dusted for a slot to be in the Champions League. What an exciting season it is. And on the show today, we'll be giving you what the final day would look like as far as football is concerned. Now, on the home front, Nigeria Professional Football League last weekend recorded as many as away victory you want to think about, and of course they prove all bookmakers wrong again. I mean, a very exciting one indeed, right? But let's take a break. When we come back, lots of things to talk about on the show, so don't go away. Welcome back. Now, my strike partner, Olakunle Philip, joins me. Olakunle Philip said he doesn't want me to always outshine him. I don't know what he meant by that. Olakunle, good to have you on the show.
I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's good to be here, Brownson Nwana, and I really want to say happy birthday to you. I'm wishing you long life and prosperity. I hope that, I pray that God Almighty in His infinite mercies will grant your desires. It will bless you beyond your wildest imaginations, and everything will lay your hands upon will prosper. It's good to be here, and we hope that after the show we'll go out there, myself, you, and Johnny will go out and of course enjoy ourselves. Yeah, coming back to the world of sports, it's really very exciting. I think this is one of the seasons for me that has been the most interesting in a very long time. Leagues across Europe, exciting. The French league gone about to climax. We are waiting for the champion, and it's going to go down the wire. The EPL, the teams who qualify for the UEFA Champions League, really getting exciting. And just like in Spain also, very exciting. It's going down the wire. I think that it's been a very long time that we've really had this kind of season going down.
I totally agree with you, Kole. Maybe if we had fan on the pitch, it would have been very different. But I mean, football season without fan, first of its kind, as far as world football is concerned. And a lot of people have said probably if they had support of the fan, the results would have been different. But let's start from the home front this morning. And of course, we celebrated when the Super Eagles of Nigeria qualified for the African Cup of Nations, and we're gradually looking forward to the World Cup qualifying series. But one man is concerned about Eagles' performance going to the African Cup of Nations. He's the President General of Nigerian Supporters Club, Dr. Rafiu Ladipo. He says he hopes that Super Eagles of Nigeria will not just go make the numbers, but of course show that they have the class to win the title.
We've got to develop our football at home greatly, so that we will not need begging any player to come. Talents abound all around Nigeria. So we must go to Cameroon for the next Cup of Nations and minimally play in the final. Anything short of that will not be an achievement, because in 1980 we won the Cup of Nations here in Lagos. In 1994 we won the Cup of Nations in faraway Tunisia. In 2013 we won the Cup of Nations in faraway South Africa. 3 times.
Very well said, President General. I think at this level we are right now in football, Nigeria shouldn't go to a competition just to make the numbers. We've got the talent everywhere to dominate the AFCON. Nothing should be short of winning the title.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with what the president of the Nigerian Football Federation has talked about.
Supporters Club.
Supporters Club, I beg your pardon, in the sense that he highlighted the fact that which is not, I mean, we at this level that we have right now, we shouldn't just go to make up the numbers. We are forced to reckon when it comes to African football. Even in FIFA ranking, I think we are about third. We're in the third position in the African continent as far as the FIFA ranking is concerned. And considering the fact that we have so many players playing well, scoring goals week in, week out for their respective clubs, really speaks volume about the kind of talent in the Super Eagles fold right now. We are not supposed to go there to say, okay, probably somebody will tell us we're going to get to the semi-final. No, The last time we were in the semi-final, we came third. This time around, we should go all out for it, and of course win it. There's nothing, no two way to it. The Super Eagles of Nigeria should win the next African Cup of Nations. We've got from the defense to the midfield to the attack, we've got solid players, and look at the kind of players we have in the attack. The coach will have headaches picking the first few players to start the games. And in the midfield, we have the likes of Wilfred Ndidi. We have Joe Aribo, who just recently won the Scottish League with Rangers. We have Ogene Karu Etebo, who plays in the Turkish League. We have so many players also vying in that position. Alshewa Abdullah is also there. And in the defense, we have some quality players as well. In the goalkeeping department also, let's not forget.
The big fight as well.
Big fight there. We have this young man who plays in the Dutch league. Also one of the best goalkeepers in the Dutch league as we speak. So there is no excuse. There's no two way about it. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, he said that we win the African Cup of Nations or nothing.
Anyway, President General also gave the mandate to at least, if you can't win, get to the finals. I think that's the minimum standard for that it should be for our team, because just like you rightly said, we've got, when it comes to all departments, Super Eagles right now has all it takes. Now let's talk about Nigeria Professional Football League. It was an exciting moment. Now in Nigeria, we take time to celebrate our victories because we understand how difficult it is to grant the points away from home.
Absolutely.
Hard travelers. But as it stands now, good one, and I think the league is looking good as well.
Yeah, the league is looking good. The guys are really making things happen. I think for the first time in a very long time, I'm really very excited, because back then we always talk about the teams playing at home always having the advantage over the away teams, the refereeing and all of that. But right now is a different thing entirely. Teams go away to win by as many as 2 goals from home for me, which for me is very remarkable. We had 4 away wins last week, which for me is almost one of the best we've seen in the
recent times. Yes,
we saw teams like Aqua United going to Dakada FC to pick the 3 maximum points.
They're city rivals.
They are city rivals. Very good. We also saw Wiki Tories also going to Nasarawa to beat them. Nasarawa United are going to Wiki to beat them by 2 goals to nothing. Also, Warri Wolves against MFM. I think I didn't see that result coming. MFM for me has not been very impressive. Remember the issue they had, the coach and all of that. Right now they are beginning to get their rhythm back, and of course they were able to pick. They were able to pick the 3 points away from home. 2 goals they got against Warri Wolves. For me also, it's also very exciting. Rangers International of Enugu, who the previous week defeated the People's Elephant Football Club of Aba, also losing at home to Rivers United by a lone goal. Really getting very exciting. And just like we said, the league is really at its best, and Aqua United still occupies the #1 position, followed by Kano Pillars. We had Ahmed Musa making his debut in the game they played the last time out. Not forgetting, we have Rivers Kwara United occupying the 12th position. Remember, Kwara United, yes, they got a win last week at home. For me, it was very good, but they are still behind the likes of Aqua United and Kano Pillars. So it's really going to go down the wires. The teams, when in the last most of the time, the teams that win the league probably gets to win 1 or 2 games away from home, and of course they win almost all their games at home.
So they look good as it stands.
I think that it's really going to go down the wire.
We don't know how much they can maintain that momentum.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Might just be a factor.
It might be a very big factor as far as that's concerned. And for Nigerian football, you never can really predict this one. But let's take a very quick break now. When we come back, we'll be giving you what the final day should look like or would look like in European football. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now, the La Liga is absolutely buzzing as it stands now. No champion has been determined, and very exciting to see that the team in the 20th position can still come out of relegation. What an exciting league it is this season. Now, quickly, let's run through what the standings look like. Atletico Madrid tops the league with 83 points. Real Madrid, 81 points. That's 2 points behind league leaders. Now, on the final day, they'll be hoping that Atletico Madrid can at least sleep. If it ends in a draw, Madrid has a better head-to-head record. So, job has been cut out for Atletico. You must win your next game. And quickly, let's look at what the final day fixtures will look like. We'll have Huesca taking on Valencia, Real Valladolid taking on Real Madrid away from home. Real Valladolid taking on Atletico Madrid away from home. Now, there's an advantage for Real Madrid because they'll be playing at home. But guess who's their opponent? Villarreal, a very difficult opponent. I don't envy these two teams right now.
Yeah, I don't envy them. It's really very exciting. Just like I said, this is one of the best seasons I've seen in football leagues across the world in a very long time. It's really very difficult to predict the teams that might just win the league. For the last 6 games or thereabout, there was a time where everybody felt Barcelona were going to win. Then gradually they began to lose games, and then the rest is history right now, because the game they lost last week has really put paid to the ambition of winning the league. Just like you said, Real Madrid against Villarreal, probably, if it's very expedient for Real Madrid to win it, Villarreal are always a hard nut to crack anytime. You could see the way they played last week. They won convincingly by as many as 4 goals. And then coming up against Real Madrid is really going to be very, very tough and massive. Real Valladolid against Atletico Madrid. Brownson, look at the manner in which Atletico won the game last week. It was almost looking like, the end has come for them.
That was a very difficult time to be a coach.
You could see the celebration, you could see the excitement, you could see the way Diego Simeone ran, after Luis Suarez got that goal in the 88th minute. So against Real Valladolid, talking about the last game of the season, is going to be very massive. I think it's just it's a game to win for them. They don't have no option than to go all out and win that game. And I don't think that, just like we predicted last week, Brownson, I think it's a game to win for Atletico Madrid, and of course the trophy should go to them.
I must tell you, Kunle, it's going to be very difficult. I can't put my money anywhere. I'll just watch on the sideline. But let's go to France. France is not usually our normal destination, right? But lots of exciting things is happening there right now. Lille topped PSG. Now, if PSG doesn't win the title, it means something for Mauricio Pochettino. Kunle will let us know that. But as it stands right now on the table, Lille are on 80 points, haven't played 37 games. Also, we have Paris Saint-Germain with 79 points, just 1 point behind the leaders. Now, on the relegation side, done and dusted for Nimes and Sporting Gijon. But Nantes stand a chance of surviving with 40 points. Now, from 16, 17, 18 are tied on 41 points, all the way to even 13. So from 13 position, stand a chance of relegating. Very interesting in France, I must tell you.
You can imagine from 13 position, the likes of Reims, the likes of Strasbourg, the likes of Bordeaux, the likes of Lorient does not even know their fate right now until the final game will be played. I tell you, it's really very, very massive and exciting. And for the two teams who are at the top, Lille Metropole, I think they shot themselves in the foot as well last week. They had a chance to win their game, but they could not win that game. Really was really
have just wrapped up the league by now.
No, probably they will not have wrapped up the league, because they are 1 point above Bordeaux, above.
Okay, maybe 3 points ahead.
3 points ahead,
and the draw would have been.
And the draw would have been good for them. Right now, they have to go all out in their final game. Next week they're going to be playing against Angers. I don't think it should be a difficult game for them to navigate. But they are playing away from home, just exactly the way PSG are also going to be playing away from home against Brest. So what Lille Metropole need to do right now is just a win.
You have to win, no other choice.
Because if they probably lose that game or draw that game and Paris Saint-Germain win on goals difference, Paris Saint-Germain has more goals than them. So what Lille Metropole needs to do, by virtue of the fact that they couldn't win last week, is to go all out and win against Angers. I don't think that will be difficult for them to do.
Now, we've seen other managers that have managed PSG winning the league with 3-4 games to spare, but Mauricio Pochettino seems to kind of be struggling, because if he doesn't win the league is very important. If he doesn't win the league, for me, I think we need to bring him down to Nigeria.
The chances of winning the league for Mauricio Pochettino is, I think, 60-40 right now. Going into the final round of games. I think that because it's his first season it might be excused. Probably you can tell them that he's probably trying to build the team for the future. And let's not forget,
is PSG building team? I don't understand that. Is PSG still building team?
No, they have a very solid team. Really, they can spare him because he has won the trophy already. He has won the Coupe de France already. And also, let's not forget, Branson, in the UEFA Champions League, he gave the opponent, most of the top teams, a good run for their money. I think that they should give him a chance for next season. Yes, it's been a very long time that we've not seen Paris Saint-Germain winning the league. They've been the teams winning in the last 3-4.
They broke the jinx of Monaco. I don't know at the point Monaco was dominating.
They were dominating. They came in and they started winning. So it should be excused. Should be given another chance next season. I think that if given another chance, Mauricio Pochettino will make things count. All
right, just to mention that Mauricio Pochettino's counterpart, the guy he took over the job from, is in UEFA Champions League finals. If he wins that, it will be maybe a more bigger statement ahead of that final game. Now let's move straight to Italy, where it is also buzzing, done and dusted. Inter Milan has been crowned champions with the Scudetto title right now in their cabinet. But the slot for the top four, the Champions League spot, is still up for grab. Now, as it stands on the table, displaying on your screen right now, Juve still stand a chance of qualifying. Just they need to beat Bologna in their last game, and hoping Atalanta can help them do the dirty deal by beating AC Milan. And I think AC Milan got themselves in this position. Last weekend, if they had won that game,
yes,
Juve, they would have killed the hope of Juve qualifying.
Very disappointing. I thought that they should understand the importance of that game against Cagliari. But they played with lack of guts, lack of confidence, and it wasn't a game that one would have expected that AC Milan wouldn't navigate. Very disappointing. And right now, like you said, they have a game against Atalanta, a free scoring Atalanta side, who, for me, the game will determine the team that will qualify. And right now, as we speak, I think that with the number of goal difference recorded by Atalanta have at their disposal right now, I think even if they lose that game against AC Milan, they will still qualify for the UEFA Champions League. They will still pick a spot. But AC Milan must go all out and win that game. If they don't win that game, and of course Juve wins that with their game against Bologna.
I think Bologna.
Atalanta picks the second position.
Bologna should be a run. It should be a stroll for Juve. But if you look at that Juve team this season, because we're on TV, I cannot use the kind of word to express myself with the Juve squad. However, I think AC Milan have been fantastic. Now, if they were playing one of the lower from 5th, 6th down, there would have been hope. But playing an Atalanta side, I really don't see that chance.
It's going to be very massive. Atalanta knows the importance of this game. AC Milan knows the importance of this game, and the prayer of Juve right now, and the coach and the players and everyone will be that Atalanta should beat AC Milan. If Atalanta beats AC Milan, and probably even if they draw against AC Milan, then AC Milan is in real big trouble. Because for the game against Napoli, they have a very good chance of qualifying. I'm sure that their game is going to be against Chievo Verona. They stand a very good chance of winning it. And if Juve also wins their game, then AC Milan will drop to the 5th position. So that is a situation that the quagmire they have found themselves right now. If they had won that game against Cagliari, we wouldn't have been talking about all these permutations and postulations and all of that. And with the way things stands right now, I think AC Milan might likely drop. And of course, I will have Juve picking the 4th position.
All right, let's see how well that goes. It's all for grab on the final day next weekend. I must tell you that our show next week will be full of lots of actions and heartbreak for some of these club sides. Now let's go to England. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this one. England done and dusted. Manchester City have won their 5th title under the leadership of we want to call them the Arab money, right?
Arab money, yeah.
But investment, that story of life, you must win something or succeed, you have to invest. We've seen results of investment in Manchester City. Now, Manchester United done and dusted, they've qualified to the Champions League, but it's still up for grab for the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Leicester City. Tottenham is also knocking. On the relegation side, done and dusted. Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United will be playing in the lower division next season.
Very exciting. We've been making predictions before now about the teams that will be picking the UEFA Champions League spot. I think at the point in time I picked, I know Manchester United, yes, they will they are true. But the manner in which they lost their last 2 games is absolutely disappointing. Even the one they lost against Liverpool, their Akrava was a very disappointing loss right there.
Don't forget that they're Europa League final.
They're
So
Europa League final, but
they have one eye
right,
there.
Brown saying if they don't win 1 or 2 of the games, probably one of the teams will topple them. They will be in third position, which for me will be disappointing.
No, it won't. At this level, Champions League football is most important. It doesn't matter where you finish.
It doesn't matter where you finish, but for a team who started on a high-flying note like that, who gave Manchester City a good run for their money before they started capitulating, coming third again in the last few games of the league, for me it would be very disappointing. But I really don't see that coming. I think they have games against Fulham and one other game. They should be able to navigate that. For a team like Leicester City, they have their destiny in their hands, and then we just hope that at the end of the day, I am hoping because we have the Nigerian imports with Fred Ndidi and Kelechi Iheanacho in their fold.
We also won the FA Cup.
In the FA Cup, you could see the celebration, you could see the Nigerian vibe, the players and everyone dancing to the Nigerian music. Is just amazing with this guy. So I think that also Chelsea and Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur are going to give the other teams a good run for their money. It's really going to go down the wire, and I just hope that out of the lot, Leicester City would pick a spot.
Very well said, Kunle. But let's quickly touch boxing before we kick the show goodbye today. Now, Tyson Fury and the big bout between Anthony Joshua, date has been fixed, 14th of August in Saudi Arabia. And Tyson Fury says his world heavyweight title showdown with Anthony Joshua will take place in Saudi Arabia on the 14th of August. And of course, he's talking tough. Mind games have started. But where will this one go, man? It's one of those games that are one of those bouts that we would be staying up late at night to watch. Welcome back. Now, with that, the wrap on the show today. Olakunle Philip, thank you so much for being a part of the program today.
Always a pleasure to be here, Bronson Iwada, and I hope that I'm really looking forward to the bout between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. For belt up for grabs is the biggest ever sporting events to ever grace Motherhead, as far as I'm concerned. I hope that Anthony Joshua will make the country proud. Yes, he's donning the colors of England, but of course his origin is Nigerian, and we hope that he will win, get the job done against the boastful Tyson Fury.
Very well said, Kunle. And to you, our viewers, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. We'll be so glad to get the comments from you. And also go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also watch previous episodes right there. My name is Bronson Uwana. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay safe.